Morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 1st of April, 9 a.m., and we're about to get ready to do our morning stretch and strengthen so we can set the day off right. It's a new month. Should be an interesting one. Don't see a lot changing. I think we could be here for a while doing our self-isolation workouts, but I'll be here for you, hopefully, every morning at 9 a.m. Find the links on Instagram or Facebook, the Get Brooked page. And also I really, really welcome feedback. So if anyone wants to let me know, or just I have questions, if you guys have equipment at home, let me know what you have, or if you find it frustrating when I use equipment because you don't have it. Those are things that I'm just curious about, or just like the levels. When I'm in a group class, I can kind of see from people's faces and how people are doing, whether I should turn it up or turn it down. So I find it a little bit tricky when it's just me here on my own. It's not a two-way conversation. So please do send feedback either in the comments box here on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook page, or contact me directly if you've got my details. So optional equipment today, we're going to use some light weights and a resistance loop. Now, if you have a band, a long band, but not a loop, you can make a loop by kind of doubling it and then tying it off. So just like just kind of wrap it around your legs twice and tie it. So that's an option that you can use as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started standing up. I'm just gonna have a quick check of that. Oh, hi, Kate. Lovely. All right, so we're gonna have a look at your feet, toes and heels in a line, forward and back, from the balls of the feet to your heels, and then draw the abdominals in, relax your shoulders, take a big breath in, reach the arms up, and breathe out, come up onto your toes. Reach your arms out to the side, drop your heels down, drop your chin to your chest, round the spine, and roll yourself all the way down. Just hanging over your legs, nod the head yes, and shake the head no. Good. Sway your arms side to side. And then come back to the center. Bend the knees, get your hands to the mat, and walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back. Now we're going to breathe in, just tap your knees to the mat. You got to lift the knees up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Aim for 3. And lift. Last 2. And lift. 1 more. Up and hold. Now we're going to try to come into a push-up. Bend the elbows and extend. Feel free to drop the knees down if you want to modify. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep your head lifted. Lead with your chest. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Down and up. And then lift your hips high. Press into your heels. Hold your stretch. Good. And walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees around the spine and slowly roll yourself all the way up. Just restepping your spine, shoulders and head up last. Big breath in, reach the arms up. As you breathe out, up onto your toes, find your balance. Twist to your left now. So try to stay balanced as you turn the shoulders, keep the hips facing forward. Breathe in, come back to the center. Turn to the right. Try to keep those ankles nice and strong. Inhale back to the center. Lower your heels, reach your arms out to the side, and then lace your fingers together behind the back, really opening up the chest. Look up to the ceiling, and then drop your hands back to your sides, drop your chin to your chest. Check that your feet are still parallel as you roll all the way down. Hang over the legs. Now bend your right knee, lift your right heel up, but keep your left leg straight. Switch it, bend the left knee, lift your left heel slightly, and then switch. Go one more time each way, right heel up, and then left heel up, then put both heels down. Try to keep your hands on the mat and walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Into a nice high plank, head up, hips low, shoulders down. Lift that right toe up. Drop the knee to the opposite elbow under the body. Breathe in, reach the toe nice and high. Bring that knee to elbow. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Up. And down, back to your plank. Now change sides. The left leg comes up. Breathe out. Try to connect the knee to the elbow. Really reach that toe to the top of the wall behind you, and your knee to elbow. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. And down. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Back to your plank. Then into your downward dog. Press into your heels. Hold that stretch. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees, round the spine, rolling slowly back up, articulating every joint, shoulders and head up last. Now we're going to breathe out, and I want you to bend the knees. Come into a squat. Inhale back to standing. Exhale, bend the knees. Have a little look down, and make sure your knees are going right over your toes. 2 more. Last one. Let's hold it down. Now take the weight forward. Lift your heels up. Try to balance. Inhale, drop the heels down. Exhale, lift and lower. Stay there for 2 and down. Let's hold that last one up, holding nice and high. Drop the hips a little lower, heels a little higher, and then lower the heels. Come back to standing. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, up onto your toes. Heels down, hands down, chin to chest. And one more time, rolling all the way down. We're going to bend the knees and walk straight out into our plank. And then I want you to come down to your elbows. Lace your fingers together. Get your hips quite low. Pull your elbows back towards your toes. Put your toes up towards your elbows, really crunching the abdominals. And then tap the right knee down and then the left. Just pedal through the knees. Your right knee and left. So don't put any weight into that knee. Just touch it to the mat. Keep your hips really low. Keep your lower back and round it out. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift both knees up, and I want you to zip your heels and your inner thighs together. So your legs are squeezed together tight. Drop the right hip down, hold. Breathe in to the center. Drop the left hip down, hold. Inhale, rolling over those toes, right hip. And then the left hip. If this feels too strong, just hold your low plank. Big breath in, big exhale. Let's go one more time each way. Right hip over to the left. Back to the center. Just holding there. Lift the head, relax the shoulders, and then drop your knees down and sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms, rest your head, and breathe. Good. Slide your hands back. Lift yourself around. And come onto your back with your knees up. So we're in our tabletop position. Knees and feet parallel to the floor. So your shins are parallel to the floor, knees above the hips. Take your thumbs, touch the lowest rib, and try to pull it down towards your hips. Take your fingertips, touch just inside your hip bones. Draw those lower abdominals together. Lift the pelvic floor. You should have a little bit of a gap under your lower back. Peel your head and shoulders up. Reach the arms long and pump the hips. Breathing in for 4 beats. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Now let's try to stretch the legs. Breathe in. So a little turnout on those toes, or heels are together, toes slightly apart. Inhale. Breathe. Looking into our abdominals. Try to keep the belly button scooped and tight. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Keep the head, the weight of that head forward, looking in towards the abdominals, not up to the ceiling. I don't want it here because that's going to strain the neck. Try to get the shoulders really high. If you need to modify, you can always take a hand behind the head. You can always pull those knees back in. You can always come down to here. Aim for 2 more breaths. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Take the shoulders back. Pull the knees into your chest. Turn the head side to side. Good. Then reach your arms and legs long. Just stretch from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Lift the hands, lift the head, curl your spine. Now try to roll up without lifting your feet, and stretch forward. Now breathe in, come back into a straight back, shoulders down. Now if you have the light weights, grab your weights now. If you don't have them, you don't need to have the weights, or you can always grab a couple of cans or something. Not essential, but if you want to add a little extra intensity and you have the equipment, go ahead and pick them up. So we're going to come halfway back. You're going to breathe out. Lift the arms overhead. Inhale down. Exhale lift. So again, my weights are about 1 kilo. Anything between 1 or 2 kilos. Most cans are about half a kilo. So even just adding a half a kilo can just add a little bit of intensity. Last 2. And down. Next one, I want you to hold the arms up to those ears. Try to slowly roll yourself down without falling back. Breathe in, reach the arms behind you. Breathe out, lift the hands, head, spine, peeling up. And reach forward. Inhale, straighten up the back. Shoulders down. We're going to exhale, come halfway back. Hold. Now open the chest. Inhale, back to the center. Twist the other way. And center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Try to really scoop the belly button in. Point the toes. Squeeze the legs together. One more time each way. Twist. And center. Twist. Center, hold, and then slowly roll yourself all the way down. Another big breath in. Exhale, lift the hands, head, spine, peeling up. Reach forward. Straighten up the back, string out the top of the head, and then come halfway back again. Now we're going to cross one hand across the body. The other arm goes up to the ear. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. Breathe in and out. So again, I want the toes pointed. I want the legs long and straight. So you can lean back a little further if you want more challenge. Get to the point where those legs want to lift up off the mat, but keep them glued down. Imagine this little strap over your ankles, holding the feet down to the mat. One more time each way. Exhale. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. Then take the hands back to the front and roll yourself all the way down. Now let's leave the weights behind. So drop your weights if you were using them. Breathe out. Pull your knees up. Coming into your V-sit balance. Let's take the hands behind the knees. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chin up and stretch your legs. Now let's take one hand away, the other hand away, and then exhale. Slowly drop the legs, chest, arms all the way down to the mat. Big breath in. Next one, we're going to try to come up with the legs straight. Legs up, chest up, shoulders back, head up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, slowly. Everything comes back down to the mat. Big breath in, hold here. Then exhale, back up into your teaser. Shoulders back. Stretch the fingers, stretch the toes. Straight back. Exhale, control down. Inhale, hold. Last time. Exhale, lift up, hold. If you need to use those hands, go ahead and grab the legs, but then try to take them away. And then slowly roll yourself down to the mat. And hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Good. Okay, we're going to keep your right knee into the chest. Extend your left leg out long. Now lift your head, lift your shoulders, press your lower back into the mat, scoop the belly button in tight, and switch the legs. So it's a strong exhale with each knee pull. This is our single leg stretch. I'm going to stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull both knees in, hands behind the head, going straight into our crisscross, elbow to opposite knee. We're at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the next one. Little taps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time each way. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull both knees in. Now reach both arms and legs. We're keeping those shoulders high. We're going from one exercise straight into the next without dropping that head down. Imagine metal bars holding your ribs towards your hips, your belly button pulled in tight. Stay there for 6. Use your breath. 5. No movement through the head, no movement through the shoulders. Last 2. And with the last one, we let the head come down, but keep the arms and legs long. We're going to slowly lower the arms and legs. Exhale, pull them back together. Modification if you need it. Bend your knees, feet stay closer to the body. Down and up. Keep the lowest back rib on that mat. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. And lift. Last one. Down and up. And then I'm going to hold the backs of your legs. Move your feet around. Just take a moment to breathe. Really sink your shoulders into the mat. Now point the toes. Once again, head and shoulders come up off the mat. Hold the right leg, left leg drops down. Pull, pull, switch. So double exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Working towards straight legs. Trying to stabilize the upper body. So there's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then recover. Knees in, shoulders down. And breathe. Okay, now for mobility and a bit of a stretch, I want you to take your hands off the edges of your mat, out wide, almost like a T. Turn your palms down and really sink your shoulders down into your mat. Drop your knees to the right as you turn your head to the left. Inhale. Exhale, lift the knees up, lift the head back to the midline. Now drop the knees to the left, turn the head to the right. Exhale, lifting back up. Inhale, knees go one way, head goes the other way. Your shoulders don't move. Imagine your spine like a Rubik's Cube, just twisting just through the middle. So move the hips, stabilize the shoulders, and lift one more time. Down and up. Now we're going to hold that tabletop position. I want you to take your hands across your abdominals, kind of wrapping across, and pull the hands together. Draw the belly button in and give you a big pelvic floor lift. So imagine your sit bones, the base of the pelvis, drawing together, lifting the back passage. Keep your ribs down. Now we're going to flex the feet, actually. We're going to drop that right heel down. Just touch the heel to the mat. Lower your left heel down. Hold it there. Lift the right knee up. Lift your left knee up. So you should have those hands wrapped around your middle. You can also, if you're not comfortable with the hands wrapped, you can also slightly push the sides of the waist together. I just want you to imagine that line that runs down the middle of your abdominals, really stitched, pulled in tight. Lower, lower, lift, and it doesn't move. You don't feel anything bulging up as you move the legs. One heel down, two heels down, one knee up, both knees up. Now, find your weights. Feel free to put your feet down if you have weights. If you don't have weights, just use your hands. We're going to lift the arms up to the ceiling. I want you to extend your right arm and your left leg. Hand comes down to the floor and then back up. Left arm, right leg. So if you don't have weights, I want you to touch your thumb down to the mat. If you do have weights, maybe tap that weight to the floor over the head behind you. Think about your rib cage. The lowest back rib, again, stays on the mat, but we're in a neutral spine. So we're not tucking the tailbone, we're not tilting the pelvis at all. Have that natural curve under your lower back. Good. Slow movements. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you return. Last one. Out and back. Now holding here. We're going to drop the right arm and the left knee out to the side. Come back to that midline. So your spine is like the spine of a book. That's your midline. The opposite arm and leg reach out to the side and open out while we keep the shoulders and the pelvis nice and still. So in a group class, I often do this on a ball. But it's good to do it without the ball there, just to really work on stability. Last one, out and back. Now I want you to do both arms, both legs. Tap your toes to the mat. Breathe out, lift. Keep those ribs down. Scoop the belly button in. Inhale, lower. So these are less intense than the kind of first series of abdominal exercises we were doing that work the rectus abdominal, the surface muscle, as well as your deep muscle. These are just really focusing on your deeper abdominal muscles. I want you to really think about that corset around your middle, wrapping in tight, belly button pulling in, pelvic floor lifting as well. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Breathe in and out. And then just hug your knees into your chest. Add a little movement side to side. Okay, pop your weights away and find your loop. Now again, equipment is optional. You can still get a strong workout without the equipment, but if you do have a loop, wrap it around your knees. So again, if you need to get a loop, you can get them, I'm sure, on Amazon. Lots of online services should sell them. The brand that I use is Meglio. It's non-latex. I just find they last a little bit longer, and that works well for me in a group setting. But any resistance band will do. Or resistance loop, I should say, but go heavier on a loop so it doesn't kind of twist up your thighs or kind of roll. Now we're going to breathe out, hands up behind the head, lift the shoulders, stretch the legs out, stretch into that loop for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back, bend the knees, and again, shoulders up, legs long, press out 6, 5, 4. So everything's still scooped through the core. 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back, bend the knees. Now we're going to lift the shoulders, scissor the legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to our starting point. Last one. Switch the legs. 6, 5. Shoulders up, elbows wide. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in and actually leave the loop there, but if it rolled up, just try to flatten it back out again. I'm going to come up to sitting, flip yourself over to all fours. And now we're going to slide the loop under your left knee and stretch the right leg back. So if you have a long band rather than a loop, you just pin it under your left knee and loop it around your right foot. If you don't have any equipment, you may want to drop down to your elbows, which just makes it a little bit more intense. It just makes that leg a little heavier, makes your upper body work a little harder. Slide the shoulders down away from the ears, bend your ribs towards your hips, and lift that leg up and down. Lift and lower. Stay there for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now bend the knee, pull the foot into your seat, extend the leg. So heel to hip, and then reach it all the way back. Imagine the sole of that foot just kicking that wall behind you. Stay there, 8 and 7. Full range of motion, bend, extend. Last 4. Think about your upper body. Really press the mat away, or if you're on your elbows, press the elbows away. Let's hold that last one. Now keep the knee high, sole the foot up to the ceiling, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to do one more set here. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the leg all the way up. Toe comes to the mat. Lift your lower back. Straighten up your arms and tap the foot out and in. Up and over. Up and back. Now wrap the muscles around your middle, your corset muscles here at the sides of your waist, to make sure there's no movement through your spine as you move through those legs. Aim for 4 and 3. Last 2. And this time we hold that toe at the corner of the mat. Point the toe, add a little turn out, lift the leg long diagonal and down. Lift and lower. Now check your left elbow. It may want to bend. Try to keep it strong and straight. Stay there for 4. Feel that twitch. Just here, that corner of that hip pocket. Feel that muscle squeeze tight. A little bit of a burn hopefully coming on as you lift the leg for 3, 2. I often hear in groups that the standing leg burns a little bit as well. That's totally normal. Hold the last one up. Circle the whole that leg long circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right knee down, sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, stretch your back, and breathe. Good. Drag your hands back to switch sides. If you're using a loop or a band, just pin it under your right knee. Extend your left leg back, shoulders down again. If you don't have any band, you may want to come down to the elbows and just do it from here. Makes that leg a little heavier. So we're going to start lifting straight up and down. Stay there. 8. Keep the back nice and still. Keep lifting those abdominals. Shoulders down away from the ears. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend the knee. Fold the foot in towards the hip. Extend. Bend and extend. Keep the movement slow and really work on full range of motion. So drop that knee to the mat, then stretch the leg long. Stay there for 4, 3. Big strong exhale with each extension, lifting the back of that knee up. Hold the last one. Now we send the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Pull your ribs up towards your hips and pulse up like you're stamping footprints on the ceiling now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the leg out, zip the core in a little tighter, press the mat away. Imagine you're ripping your mat in 2. You're on those hands, tap out and in, up and over, up and back. Aim for 8 and 7. Last 6, 5. Keep the energy in the movement. Last 3, 2, and almost finish on the side. We keep the toe at the corner of that, point the toe. Turn out that leg, lead with your pinky toes. You lift and lower, up and down. Reaching to the top left corner of the room, down to the left corner of the mat. Stay there for 5 and 4. Keep your right hip over the right knee, left hip pointing to the mat. 2. Hold the leg up, leg stays long as we circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse, up and around. 3, 2, and 1, and then drop your knees down. Get the loop out from under that right knee if you're using it, and sit back onto your heels, rest your head, and breathe. Good. Circle your wrists, drag your hands back, and spin yourself around. Let's take the loop off. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. So we're going to come back to our abdominals, remember, but before we do, I just want you to cross one foot over the other leg. So your left leg is straight, right leg is crossed over. Wrap around that knee and straighten up your back. Just pull that knee into your chest. You should feel a little stretch through the hip and the glute that we're just working. Change sides. Cross the foot over the knee. Wrap your hand around again. It's important not to stay hunched. We lift and twist. Hold, pulling that knee into the chest. Good. Okay, now knees are bent. I'm going to turn facing the camera. So feet, knees, and hips are all in line. You should be able to make a fist with your hand and just kind of slot that fist between your knees. That's about the distance we want between those knees. Now in the spine, we're going to come into our C curve. So we tilt the pelvis, scoop the belly around the spine. Now if you have them, might be a moment to pick up those weights. Elbows out wide, shoulders down, and we're going to come down an inch and up an inch. Now if you don't have weights, just touch your fingertips together, almost pushing those fingertips together. So you get a bit of isometric exercise as you push those fingertips together. Stay there for 6 and 5. Really scooping the abdominals in. 4, 3, last 2. Hold this last one. Now breathe out. Lift the arms over your head. Inhale, drop them back down. Try to get the arms right up to those ears. Fronts, the hands are out of the peripheral vision as they go up and down. Last one. Lift and lower. Now before we have a little change, a little reset, we're going to turn out to the right. Inhale back to the center. Turn to the left. Inhale, center. Have a little check over those knees as you're going past the middle line. And make sure the knees are still in line with your hips. They're not leaning side to side as you move the shoulders and the arms. Keep your elbows out wide. Imagine the hands kind of rolling along a track that's level with the shoulders. One more time each way. And out. Breathe in. Now take the hands back to the knees. Straighten up your back. Inhale. Now we're going to exhale back into our C curve. Tilt the pelvis. Really open up that lower back. Draw the belly button in. And we're going to lift the arms over your head. I want you to turn to your right as you open the arms out. Inhale, lift the arms up. Turn to the left as you open the arms out. Inhale, lift. Twist to the right, open. Inhale, lift. Twist to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Nice wide arms. Inhale and exhale. Let's go one more time each way. Lift and lower. No movement through the knees. Lift and lower, and then lift, and then take the hands back to the front and stretch your back. Okay, 2 more variations. Starting in our C curve, think large letter C behind, small letter C through the abdominals. Turn to the right, elbows out, down an inch and up an inch. Tuck and lift. Keep going there for 6 and 5. So really turning to that right corner of the room. 4, knees still hip, fist distance apart. 2. Let's hold the last one. So twist a tiny bit further and lift the arms up. Inhale down, keep your chin up, lift and lower. Optional modification, we alternate the arms. Aim for 2 more. And 1. Take the hands back to the knees. Stretch out your back, pull your shoulders back, and then last set. Tilt, scoop, roll, shoulders down, elbows out, chin up, turn left, down an inch, up an inch, tuck and lift. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, shoulders facing the hands. 3, arms kind of a little bit away from you. Hold the last one. Left arm up. I'm showing modified first. Right arm, if you want to advance it, we just do both. Aim for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands back to the knees. Open your knees out. Drop your weights if you had them. And just ease your knees down. Good. Okay, on to our shoulder bridge series. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit. I think my mask is slipping out of the front there.
Mat.
Hmm?
You smooth the mat.
Well, details. We're not professionals. That looks a little better, I think. Okay, so let's see. We're going to have our feet together, actually. So feet together, knees together, inner thighs together, hands at the lower abdominals, and we're going to press the lower back down into that. Draw the belly button in, big pelvic floor lift. Hold there, breathe into the sides of the rib cage. And then as you breathe out, take your hands down and peel your spine all the way up off the mat. So our feet, knees are both together, inner thighs. Inhale, lower the hips down. Exhale, lift. And lower and lift. Stay there for 6. And 5. Keep that inner thigh connection. Wrap the muscles around your middle. That's 3, 2, 1. Up and hold. And now lift the arms up overhead, all the way to the wall. Behind you, backs the hands touch the floor. And then breathe out, melt your spine all the way down. Now breathe in, take the hands back to your sides. I want you to find your loop or a band if you have it. And just lay it across your hips. Just kind of hold it with your thumbs and stretch it slightly. Now lift the hips up, lower them back down. Lift and lower. So that band's just adding a little bit more resistance. If you have weights but no band, you can also have your weights on your hips. Good. Stay there. 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, hold the next one up. Now I lift those hands up and pull that loop. If you've got that loop hooked around your thumb still, just stretch it and extend. So elbows down to the mat, hips stay high in your shoulder blades, knees are still squeezing together. Stay there for 4 and 3, last 2, and 1. Now reach the arms all the way behind you. Backs of the hands touch the floor. Lift the hips higher and then slowly melt your spine down. Rib cage first, middle back second. 5 joints in your lumbar spine, hip bones, and tailbone come down last. And then breathe in. Take your hands back to your sides. Now I'm going to step your feet back to hip width apart, so we're not zipped together, and come up onto your toes. So heels high. If you have a loop or a band, I want you to have it around your hands. So we're going to press your lower back down, peel that spine up, high shoulder bridge on the toes. If you're holding a long band, just hold it, kind of pulling, but have the hands shoulder width apart. If you've got a loop, backs of your hands kind of into that loop. We're going to lift the right leg up, flex your foot, breathe in, lower the arms, lower the legs, point the toe as you lift back up. So we flex the foot, then point the toe, leg stays long, arms reaching to the wall behind you, leg reaching to the wall in front. Stay there for 3, just stay high on that tiptoe on that left foot. 2, and lift. A little press out into that band if you're using it. Hold the last one. Now lower the hips down and up. Breathe in and up. So we're still on that left toe. We're just dropping the hips down. Imagine a string on that right foot, just lowering you and lifting you. So there for 4, 3, low to high. Last 2, squeeze the glute at the top. 1 more, up and squeeze, hold. Take that right toe down. We're gonna go straight into the other side. Left foot comes up, flex foot, inhale, lower the arms, lower the leg. Exhale, point the toe, lift. Inhale, lower, and lift. Have a little look down and check your hips. The hips should be level, as if they're just kind of sitting on a shelf. We don't want that left hip to be any lower than the right. Keep the core tight to support your lower back. Keep pressing into that left toe so you can get your hips any higher. Last 2. Little stretch on that loop. Hold the last one up. Now we're lowering the hips down and up. Breathe in and out. Stay there. 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, up and hold. Take the toe down to the mat. Get the hips a little higher. Breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you, and then breathe out, melt your spine all the way down. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. A little rock side to side. Good. Now take the band away And we're gonna roll like a ball. So I'm gonna pull your chin into your chest, hands behind your knees, roll yourself up to sitting, hold your balance, elbows out wide, scoop the core, roll back to the shoulders and up into your balance. And back to the shoulders, up to your balance. One more here. Now, if you want to try to advance this, try to straighten your legs out and hold the backs of your calves. Roll back to your shoulders and try to find that balance there with the legs straight. Scoop the core in, back to the shoulders, up to your balance. Last two, roll back and up. One more, back and up. Now the next one, I'm going to cross your feet, hands behind your knees. We're going to try to come up to standing as we roll forward. Roll back, roll up, and power yourself up. Try not to fall. Okay, grab a quick sip of water. And we're going to do some standing leg exercises. And then a little bit of upper body. So we're going to start with sort of a classic ballet series. I want you to turn your toes out, feet are wider than hip width apart, button your ribs towards your hips, and bend your knees. So your ears, shoulders, if I turn side on, you should be able to see ears, shoulders, ribs, and hips are all in a line. Hands out to the front. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, bend. Lift and lower. Keep going down. 6 and down. Feet are flat for the moment. Last 4, 3, 2. Next one, we hold it down. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Peel one heel high up off the mat. Breathe in, stretch the legs, breathe out, bend the knees. High to low. For 6. So inhale as we lift, exhale as you lower. Try to squeeze your glutes, squeeze them out as you lift. Get as low as you can. Last 3. Keep the core strong, wrapping around the middle. Hold the next one down. Pulse there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right heel, lift the left, lift the arms overhead. Breathe in, stretch the legs, and bend the knees. High to low. For 6, try to pull those knees wide, wrap them around to the wall behind you. Last 4, 3, 2, keep your shoulders relaxed, hold it down. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up, peel both heels up, hands back to the front. Breathe in, stretch the legs, find your balance, bend the knees. Lift and lower. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold it down. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold their heels a little higher. Zip the core a little tighter. Drop the hips lower. Hang here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Think shoulders back, core strong, and then stretch the legs. Drop your heels. Turn your toes in. Reach your left hand to your right foot. Bend that right knee. Look up at your right hand. And then come back to standing. Right hand to left foot. Bend the left knee. Look up at your left hand. Breathe in. Stand. Arms out. Cross the hand across the opposite foot. Bend that knee. Look to the ceiling. Inhale. Stretch. And bend. Good. Now take both hands down. Turn your toes up. Bend your knees. And roll yourself up like a rag doll. Just roll the shoulders back. Now let's walk our feet together and grab your weights. Now I'm going to go side on. I'm going to see my feet are together, knees are together. Bending, hips to the back wall, shoulders back, belly button pulled in tight, and we reach the arms out to the side and down. Lift and lower. Now if you don't have weights, just kind of squeeze your muscles. Lift, squeeze. You can still really activate the right muscles even without weight. And imagine you're kind of pushing through what's meant. Lift and lower. Aim for 5 and 4, 3, 2. Hold the next one. Circle back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And one more set, down and up for 8. Keep your legs working, keep your core working, so we're integrating all of the muscles. Got my feet together, knees together, inner thighs squeezing, core tight, cinching those shoulder blades together behind the back. Try to lift a little higher to really pull those shoulder blades together. Last 2. Hold the last one. Now circle the arms forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the arms down. Roll your shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. Good. Now I want you to take the hands out in front of you and just circle the hands. Keep your elbows out to the sides, almost like you're treading water. Elbows stay high. Stay there. 6, 5. Keep the core strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next one, I'm going to lift the arms up, pull down and up. Elbows into a W shape, then up to the ceiling. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Take the arms down to your sides, lift out, and small circles here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the arms down. Let's drop the weights. Come onto your side. We're just briefly going to do a quick side lying series. Shoulder back. Hands to the abdominals, ribs towards your hips. Lift both legs up. Lift the top leg a touch higher. And then circle that top leg. Take your hand to the ceiling. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lower leg taps the foot on the floor, up and down. Lock the top leg in place. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet. Lift the top leg. 8, 7. Let's take this hand and tuck it under the waist. Make sure you're not smushing into those fingers as that leg goes up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2. Hold the next one up. 8. Pulse the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now feet in line with the hips. Scissor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back together. Drop the feet down. And we're going to flip straight over to the other side. So we're not going to do our stretch because we haven't gotten too much of a burn on that side. So we're just going to, for time's sake, flip straight over. Lift both legs up. Top leg a touch higher. Small circles. 8, 7, 6. You can lift that hand without moving anything else on the body. 2, and 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Tap the foot and then the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Flexed feet. Lift the top leg. 8, up and down. 7, 6, 5. Go as high as you can. 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now feet together. Scissor the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back together. Drop the feet down and roll over onto your front. Pick up your weights. Feet are about hip width apart. Lift your chest. Pull your elbows into the sides of the rib cage. Inhale, drop the chest down. Exhale, lift. Pull the elbows in. Pull the shoulder blades together. And lower. That's 2. Lift. And lower. Next one, I want you to lift and hold. Now, as you lower, I want you to reach the arms forward. Pull the elbows back as you lift the chest. Hands should not touch the floor. Lift that chest as you pull your elbows in. Lower the chest as you reach the arms forward. 3 more. Lift and lower. Last 2. And down. And 1. and down. Now drop the weights down to the mat, turn them, or if you don't have weights, just have your pinkies on the floor, thumbs pointing up. And then we're gonna lift the chest, lift the hands. 8, 7, 6. If you need to modify, just keep the pinkies on the mat. Just pull, lift the chest, roll it out. In for 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the weights, sweep the hands back to your side, lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades together, turn those pinkies up to the ceiling, hollow your abdominals, and then inhale, lower the chest down. Exhale, lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades together, turn the hands, pinkies up to the ceiling, and then pinkies out to the side walls. 2 more. Chest up, turn the pinkies up to the ceiling, look down at your mat, and down. Now with this last one, we're gonna bind the hands together, lace the fingers together behind the back, zip the heels together, lift the legs up, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, drop the hands, chest, and the feet. Exhale, once again, chest up, hands together, heels together, lift up and hold. Hang down for 4. Try to squeeze those heels, squeeze the glutes, shoulder blades together, and down. And then last one, breathing out again, hands together, heels together, chest up, hold for 4, 3. Really lengthen from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. And then take your hands under your shoulders and sit back onto your heels. Rest your forehead. Take a breath. And let it go. Okay, flip over onto your back. And we're going to cross the right ankle over your left knee. Wrap your hands around the back of that left thigh, open your shoulders nice and wide, pull the knee into the chest, and then try to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Just find a little bit of a gap under your lower back. And just roll over to your left hip, just pull the knee in. Roll over to your right hip, again, pulling that knee back to the center. Switch sides, left ankle over the right knee, hands around the back of the right thigh, shoulders out, knee in. Try to tilt forward with that pelvis, finding a little space under your lower back. And again, it's a little movement side to side, just holding to one side, pulling. Roll over, hold the other side, pull the knee in, come back to the center. And now we're going to roll up, and we're going to actually take the legs out into a wide, like a ballet stretch. Jiggle your knees a little bit, pull your toes in. Now imagine we're stirring big putts, big circles. 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take your hand to the inside of the knee, same arm to the leg. Turn the shoulders, look up to the ceiling, and reach that arm over like you're trying to touch the toe with those fingertips. Breathe in, back to standing. Slide the hand along the inside of the other leg. Turn the shoulders, turn the ribs, reach the arm up overhead. And then breathe in, and just slide your hands forward. Sweep the arms out to the sides, sort of touch those toes, almost pushing the ankles apart. And then come back together, sweep the legs together. So I'm just going to turn. All right, pull the right heel back, left heel forward, and just pull that right foot in. If you can't reach the toes, grab the ankle, pull that ankle back so that right hip is back, left hip is forward. We switch the legs now, so like train tracks, so one is forward, the other is back. Grab your ankle, your foot, whatever you can reach, pulling in with that right leg as that left leg reaches forward. That gets your sciatic nerve stretch through the back of the leg. And just square the legs, grab your ankles, drop your chin to your chest, and then come back into a straight back. Flip yourself over. Imagine a string in the middle of your back, lifting it up to the ceiling. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, press into your heels, hold your downward dog stretch. Walk your hands back to your feet. Hang over your legs, nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Soften your knees, scoop the belly button in, and slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing, articulating every joint, shoulders and head up. You're going to draw your heels together, turn your toes out, breathe in, lift the arms up, breathe out into your balance, and then reach the arms out to the side, place the fingers behind the back, and again, open the chest. Great, shake everything out. Now please do send me feedback in the comment box here, or on Instagram. Again, these classes are pay what you can, what you want. The PayPal details are in the chat box. And please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to aim for 100 subscribers. I think we're up to 45. So subscribe, and you should be able to find all the links there when you do that for past classes. All right, have a lovely Wednesday. It's Wednesday.